Box cutters against the bridge. For once, I take all of the box cutters, once poised against the left side of my chest, and put them on the bridge beyond the window. I watch their rusty edges fall from my grip. They plummet to the stone pavement. They slice pieces from fog that rides into cigarette smoke. Old pastel paints and dirty windows leave silver marks across my hands on my way home. The same hands calling friends on phone, brushing necklace on collarbone, pressing into a tomato sauce jar. Silver rings glimmer against the wet label. I sprinkle pesto and mayonnaise over salted pasta stars, while my flatmate makes fun of the overflowing pot. He's amused by my sore attempt to cook. He rushes to stop a scalding disaster. He offers me hand-brewed coffee as we look over the river. 3 swans float by, dipping under the waves as I rummage through cabinets for butter. They take the box cutters, and he asks me why a swan would want that. I tell him they want to remember the weight of the weapon once pressed against their chest. They want to prove to themselves that they can, without flinching. I did that once. I tell him how. There was a time I did not know myself. There was a time when the whited out parts of me broke through on the streets of Beijing and Wuxi after 16 years. They bleached the blades sharpened by dusty streets, bicycles, steamed dumplings, and the glimpse of a woman's face that looked like mine, but wasn't, but could have been all my imagination. We crossed a bridge. They placed a box of files in front of me of the history I cannot remember, and a box cutter, bleached white. I had no words for the mud-soaked river through the strange city I was born in. I walked through clouds of incense and golden statues. They were beautiful. The caretaker I had as a newborn remembered me. We gave her a photo album. I remember her tears and the purple taro. I remember thanking them through a translator. When I came back to America, the foundations of myself crumbled, and I imagined blue pills to swallow instead of the dry taste of having no words. I imagined dissolving and feared for my life because of my life and what I could not name. What if you don't know what you want and this is what you want against your will? I pounded terror into powder, pressed into skin, into sweat, into bed sheets, into weight, into stone, into numb, into box cutters against my chest. Now box cutters against the bridge. I remember wandering into a starlit summer and hoping I'd become who I am now. I don't need a translator now. 我叫西平方，我是美国人，我也是中国人，我很感恩，我生活真的很美丽。I tell him this. I tell him my name in 2 languages. He nods. I think I feel peace only because I am back in Ireland, and I've molded this story beneath my palms enough to soften it. I step once more onto the bridge and mold the remaining blades into small box cutters made of clay. I offer them to the swans who cast them away like wishes in a fountain. I don't need wishes anymore. For once, my heart exhales beyond the glass. I think about the subtle beauty of this world recycled in sunlit ash, orange streetlights, purple and white wildflowers, rugged and weathered and standing with pride. They're held against the shore. I wonder what that feels like. I wonder if I cross the bridge, so still against moving water, damp sand swirling around birds. I wonder what would happen if I didn't look back. I am still sitting in the kitchen, and he's thinking about going to Tesco. I try the pasta. The pesto tastes green and fresh. I offer him a bowl and he accepts. Earthy flavors evaporate into old memories fading before my eyes. Smiling faces, ocean waves, cotton and laughter. I consider home as 2 sides of the bridge, or wildflowers filled with wrath and razor wonder. For once, at once, I belong in my body. I belong in this world, beyond the kitchen, window, light,